Alright, I'm just gonna start, because, like, it's already quarter past. How's it going? Look at that, it's the Elden Ring, options menu. Because I was adjusting the volume. Hold on, just let me pour my tea. Beautiful, beautiful, okay. So, I'm just gonna, like, play Elden Ring, if that's cool with you. That's, like, all the same with you. How's it going, Zoranda? How are you today on this fine Friday? And how's it going, Vakova? How are you today on this fine Friday? I won't be here for long because I don't want to spoil much of the game, but so far, we're back, baby. Yeah. So these are the classes. We got Vagabond, Warrior, Hero, Bandit, Astrologer, Prophet, Samurai, Prisoner, Confessor, and Wretch. I've been thinking about it a lot, about what the perfect starting class for me is, and I think it's Prisoner. I mean, look at this guy. This is someone you don't want to mess with. What the heck is he wearing on his head? Nobody knows. Well, some people know, but it's not PG, so I can't say. They have intense helmets for sure. All about the faith. I don't even know what Prisoner does. I think he's like a Dex boy. I don't know. I mean, I gotta do it for the meme. Yeah, we'll be type A. And our name will be Samuel Roshi. We're gonna make him an extremely buff old man. If I can figure out how to do that. Okay, so we want aged. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Also, how's it going, Joe? How are you today on this fine Friday? Thank you for the resub. Thank you so much. Congratulations on following for 120 months. I don't know if Twitch has been around for that long. But still, thank you. Thank you for the 10 years. Incredible.
Hello, grandfather. Hello.
Alright, let's see what items you can start with. Crimson Amber Medallion. A medallion inlaid with Crimson Amber increases maximum HP. That's a trap. That's something you don't take. That's guaranteed. Don't take the Crimson Amber Medallion. It's a noob trap. Lands Between Rune. The gold of grace shining in the eyes of the people of the lands between. Used to gain many runes. I don't know what that means. How is it a trap? Because in Dark Souls 1, there was a similar item, and it basically didn't do anything. Many runes? I don't know what runes are, so I guess that's an option. A golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to reinforce sacred flasks. So, I think maybe this is like an Estus shard from Dark Souls 3, but who knows? How's it going, Ketzer, as well on this fine Friday? You're looking very blessed today. Thank you, thank you. I feel blessed. I feel blessed to finally play this game. It feels like it was announced like 10 years ago. The ashes of small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. Nobody knows what that does. Zoranda, what is with you and shower hair? I don't understand. It's just hair, man. These... okay, cracked part. 3 strange cracked parts that somehow mend themselves. A container for certain thrown items. Stone sword key. 2 stone keys shaped like swords. Breaks the seal on imp statues, but can only be used once. Bewitching branch. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power. Said to originate from the demigod Miquella. Miquella? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. A boiled prawn. 5 pieces of boiled prawn. Boost physical damage negation. Okay. Shabiri's woe. The crazed likeness of noble whose eyes have been gouged out. Attracts enemies' aggression. Honestly, like, it's between the key and the shard, I think. I guess the key will let you access, like, you know, some kind of treasure deposit. The seed will reinforce the flasks. So it's tough. Take the key. Wait a sec, okay. Which is it? Should I take the key or should I not take the key? This is a big decision. Honestly, like, I'm kind of thinking I don't really need, I don't really need healing, so I should just go with the key. Because I'm never going to get hit. How did you get that emote? You haven't seen... You don't know how to edit emotes, Ketsa? Wait, you opened a prediction? You wanted to open a poll, not a prediction. This is not gonna work. Unless... Okay, well I guess you'll just bet on which I'm gonna take. I'm obviously a massive noob. I'm surprised, Ketsa. If you go on the redeemables and you go to edit emote, you can just like choose one of my emotes and put things on it, like shades. Shades is always a good option. All right, before I decide, I'm gonna change my appearance. Voice. Is it just me or does this have a beat to it? They all have a beat to them. That's amazing. Alright, well, I don't know. Let's go with aged voice 1. Man, this is a fun game so far. So, you can make yourself any color, basically. Hold on. They just give you the color wheel and they're like, go nuts, buddy. So I was thinking, what if we just made ourselves blue? Just because we can? Maybe more like... more subtle blue? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Bone structure. Okay, this is where I get a bit messed up because I'm not good with faces. Make a smurf? You're like an ice hollowed. Yeah, exactly. I want to just make him like incredibly buff, but also incredibly old. So let's put aged all the way to full. Beautiful, okay. Form emphasis. Nobody knows what this does. So I'm just going to leave that. Changes will be discarded, yes. Facial aesthetic. Honestly, just leave that where it is, that's fine. Where is the henchness bar? Alter body. Muscular. Yeah, okay. Body hair. Match hair. Okay, good. You would just add it, weren't you? I don't know. Maybe if we just crank everything to large? Okay, that's pretty good. Look at the size of his... Oh, you can't see his neck. Okay, hold on. Look at my man's neck. It's absolutely beautiful. The Giga Chad. But blue somehow. He's got to have abundant body hair as well. I don't know if this is doing anything, but we might as well crank it. Is it not? Oh, you can change by 10. That would be a better idea. Okay, and then head. Oh, but that changes the neck size as well. I don't know. I still think that's kind of good. Put the camera so it's your head on his body for a moment. I don't know if I can really do that. There you go. Get your screenshots in. I know, but I've got so many elements on the screen, it's hard to move something specific. Alright, that's pretty good, honestly. Now we just need to change the hair. Man, it's so weird playing a Souls game with, like, actual character creation that don't look like weird goblins. Unless you make them like that.
No.
No? Why no? Honestly, I kind of like the curly hair, and then, like, make it blonde. Oh my... The body hair. Oh, no, 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 no. Body hair color. Just make that black, yeah. It's perfect. That's Samuel Roshi right there. The man of mystery. The man of power. So he's dyed his hair, eyebrows, and beard blonde? Yeah, exactly. I don't know, maybe I should just leave the body hair as blonde. Like, it's so bad. But that kind of makes it good. You know what? I'm sold. I've sold myself. Okay, is there anything else we're missing? Honestly, if he's gonna be a Giga Chad, he needs a big chin. Face structure, chin. No, we want this to be back here. Yeah, okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Chin depth. Beautiful. Chin size. Just crank that up. Chin height. Honestly, I think it's pretty good where it is. Never mind, that's better. From the front, just a normal blue dude. From the side. That's a chin that could cleave a face off. That's a chin that could cleave a man in half. Okay, he's perfect.
First of all, that's horrible.
What do you mean? Look at him. He can scoop things with his chin. He can use them as a spoon. And then the chin's just gonna protrude through the helmet, which is fine. And you can just see a bit of that golden chest hair through the shirt. Oh man, it's so good. Alright, let's play the actual game, shall we? Also, there's been hearsay of perhaps not very good optimization on PC, so it might just not run. We'll see, though. At least the character creator's fun. It's always a good start. You got nothing on Sir Guy of Corn? I gotta admit, Sir Guy of Corn is pretty good.
Tell a story.
You should post the picture in my Discord. Also, how's it going, Guy? How are you doing on this fine Friday?
The great Elden Ring was shattered.
Okay.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
Yeah, his name's Samuel Roshi.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden
That looks
was
painful.
first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
Okay, that's just a head being eaten by a snake.
A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater,
That is
and
Celeste.
Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Alright, so the story is basically just Dark Souls. Nobody knows what's going on. There are some big characters that no doubt we'll have to slay later on.
And one other, whom grace would again bless.
And we start off as like some forsaken corpse at the bottom of a
Tarnished
dungeon.
of no renown.
I cannot wait for you to fight the Dung Eater.
Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
Elden Lord, I like the sound of that. It's got a nice ring to it. I had found a grinding place, but then an optional boss ran me out of there. That's a thing that can happen. Oh wait, which item did I pick? Did I pick an item? I took the seed. Oh no, the frame rate is absolutely atrocious. Are you sure I took the seed? Hold on. Yeah, inventory, sure. I don't think I took anything. I don't have a seed or a key in my inventory. Or maybe this is just equipables? Oh, okay, hold on. No, wait. No, that is inventory. Key items, 0. Yeah, I didn't go back. I forgot about it. I think I'm also gonna, like, turn down... Oh, there's a map! In a Souls game, what the heck? I'm gonna turn down, like, some of the settings, you know? We'll pump it on low for now. The game is very pretty, though. You're absolutely right. Why is your title on the stream like that? Because, first of all, like, there's literally, I don't know, thousands of people streaming this game. No one knew was gonna find my stream via the Elden Ring category. So, like, title doesn't really matter. Number 2, the joke is that everybody knows what Elden Ring is. So my title explaining what Elden Ring is funny. Or at least it was funny to me at the time. There you go, that's the full explanation. Alright, well, the game looks worse. And honestly, I don't know if it's playing any better. Okay, we gotta wait for the alert to go off because it slows down my games that I'm playing. Okay, we're back. Man, it is not playing well at all. Maybe in the next area it will be better? But anyway, how's it going, Mitch? How are you today on this fine Friday? Thank you so much for the resub. I'm sorry for resubbing. No. You did the right thing, honestly. You absolutely did the right thing. Oh my gosh. No wonder this game's running so poorly. Look at this place. Are there any specific things you can change? Let's see. We can change the grass. Oh no, grass quality is medium. I think everything's on its lowest. But, you know, there's been loads of reports of poor optimization for this game. So I don't think I can... I mean, there was a couple of fixes. Or at least potential fixes. We're going to try them right now. Medium grass, that's what's killing you. You're right, I could try a lower resolution. But first of all, hold on. Elden Ring Reddit. Well, I don't use Reddit, okay? I just happen to know that there's a thread on Reddit about how to improve performance. Man, some of the characters that have been created are awesome, though. Okay, possible fix for PC frame rate. Exit the game, go to your Windows bar and search graphics. Okay, I can do that. Click on graphics settings, yes. Choose desktop app and click browse. Search through your drive for the game files and set options to high performance. Bro, what are you talking about? Search through your drive for game files. This doesn't seem to be doing what it's supposed to do. This just takes me to my file browser. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't know what you want from me. Maybe if we go onto program files and then... I mean, like, I know where the game files are. In Steam apps, common. Elden Ring. Wait, Elden Ring's not there? Oh, because it's on C. I installed it on my solid state drive. Like a real gamer. Okay. Steam apps, common. Elden Ring. Game. How do I how do I change it to high performance? Some troll going to be like, optimize frame rate, hit Alt F4. That'd be a funny bit. I don't know if anyone like falls for that nowadays though. Unless it's literally like your first day on the PC. What's wrong with using Reddit? Nothing's wrong with using Reddit. I'm just being a jerk for no reason. There's just some communities on Reddit can be a little bit, should we say, they're not very self-aware. And the thread I'm on is this. There is more, but I don't know what that first bit means. Disable the Steam overlay. Okay, I can do that. Settings. Interface. In-game. Okay, apparently I don't know how to do that. Why are there so many settings on Steam? Okay, we'll try step 3. Okay, I can do this one. NVIDIA control panel. Manage 3D settings. Shader cache size. Unlimited. Sure, that can't possibly have any negative consequences later on. Okay, and then the third one, Windows key plus X device manager software devices, right click, disable Microsoft device association run enumerator. What? Okay, can you, what are you doing? Can you, okay, there we go. Let me just make sure that's saved. So yeah, I don't know, like, chat, if you want to just entertain yourselves, we're having a small intermission here. I apologize, but blame From Software for their poor optimization. Wait, shader? Yeah, unlimited. Okay, that's good. And then, okay, Windows X key. Device Manager. Software devices. Okay, I see it, I see it. Do I really want to disable this? Sure, what's the worst that could happen? Disable. Disabling this device will cause it to stop functioning. Yes, that's the idea. Have you updated graphics drivers? I have, yes. I did it before the stream again. Alright, I'm just gonna try it again. How's it going, living fast as well? How are you today on this fine Friday? We're just having a few technical difficulties in Elden Ring, but that's, you know, everyone is, I think. There was also like run Steam through compatibility mode. Alright, let's just see how it runs now. If it will load. Hello, Elden Ring? Hello? Okay, we're in. Thing is, the main menu works like a treat. They've really done wonders on the main menu. Okay, come on, just give me a break here. I'll try the resolution as well and see if that works. Is it better?
I need help!
Oh, I didn't mean to cancel that. It's smoother than Neo was. Neo was also pretty bad. I don't even know how I fixed that. I just kind of like prayed a bit and then it worked eventually. Praise the Elden Ring. This door is blocked shut. I mean, does it look okay in the stream? Can you cap your FPS? You can't in-game. I would have to get like a mod or something. I'm sure there is one already, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Behold, gorgeous view. I mean, honestly, like, if it's gonna be dropping frames regardless, I might as well put it on max. So that it at least looks very pretty. Hidden path ahead, therefore attacking required. You liar. I bet there's gonna be them everywhere. Hidden path ahead. Also, my attack is, like, sometimes I press attack and he doesn't attack. I don't know if that's just my controller. Let there be dung, but weak foe. Ah, yes. Of course. First off, gorgeous view. By the way, try jumping? I don't think so, buddy. I've decided not to die the entire playthrough, so that's gonna be a problem. Try fingers butthole. Wow, that one's real original. Messenger. You think of that one yourself? Bridge, oh bridge, praise the bridge. That one's pretty good. Time for skeleton. That's a classic message. You can never be done at that one. Try fingers butthole. Okay, the second time it got me a bit more. Try fingers butthole. Try gesturing. I don't know how. It's not that button. Oh, you can crouch and sneak. Gestures. Hey, okay, we can gesture. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll just like stabilize on its own. Ah, well done. But still no item. Still no item. All the more suffering, oh suffering. Why is it always fingers? I don't know. I don't know how to answer any of these questions. Try jumping? I don't think so. That's a cliff. You can't get one by on me. Okay, we're gonna have to fight a boss. Which I imagine is gonna be troubling with this inconsistent frame rate, but you know what? Let's give it a try. I'm ready. The game does look real nice though, you gotta admit. Okay, this is the grafted Skion. Ow! Do I not have any heals? What the heck? Well, I can do that. That's pretty cool. Scion? Yeah, Scion. That's what I meant. How am I supposed to fight this guy with no heals? I don't know. I guess I'll just die. That's fine too. I think you were supposed to die there. Although, like, my spell did a lot of damage, so I think he actually probably would be pretty easy to kill. You can beat this first time, I'll give you 5 subs. Did you beat them, guy? Did you beat them? Look, I could have done it if the frame rate was better, okay? Guaranteed. What happens if you do beat him? Oh, look at our blonde hair on our fingers. It's beautiful. It's a horse? It's not a horse, it's got horns.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
Man, Froms, they have a formula and they stick to it, you know?
one of his kind is sure to seek.
There's always the maiden that helps you level up and gives you cryptic yet useful information.
Does violate the Golden Order.
Seek, lest. You know what I'm talking about. The same voice every game? Yeah, exactly. It really is the same voice every game. Maybe the cave will have better frames. Oh, you redeemed drink remaining brew. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's the good gravy right there. Okay. The cave of knowledge lies below. Brave Tarnished, take the plunge. Of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. It's my life, and it's now or never. Oh my god, the frames. Do it jump? Why should I? Why should I listen to the creepy ghost? Oh, fine, I'll do it. I got nothing to lose. Eat! It's my life. What's that song called? Why is it stuck in my head as well? Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status elements. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. A tutorial in a Souls game? You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. These explanations are required in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. Oh, it's a bunny. The It's My Life song is called It's My Life by Bon Jovi. There you go. Thank you, Mitch. I knew I could count on you. Past time? Wow. That's new. With the Memorize Spells menu, you can memorize sorceries and incantations. You must have a staff equipped to cast sorceries or a sacred seal equipped to cast incantations. Alright. I get it. Try fingers, but hole. Let there be skeleton. Could this be a skeleton? Yes, I believe it is, message. I believe it is a skeleton. Oh, this is a dead end? There's just a skeleton here and, like, nothing else? What the heck? Man, imagine if this game, like, ran. It'd be pretty cool. Owned. Try arms. I did. Okay, real, genuine combat. Let's do it. You ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for this? Oh, you missed! You missed! What are you gonna do now? I'm gonna stab you, and you're dead. Incredible. You can memorize sorceries and incantations at sites of grace. Wait, is this... Did I just, like, drop into the tutorial area? Is that what this is? Use an armament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective when done with a shield. I have a shield. Look at this. Hit me. You can avoid enemy attacks with a dodge roll or backstep. Bro, hit me. Enjoy the endless pop-ups. Guy, you did this to me. You think I need a tutorial in a Souls game? I don't think so. I was born and raised on Souls games. I was just a 5-year-old boy. Mama, please, I need food. Not until you've beaten Sif. It was a tough childhood. But it forged me into the man I am today. Ooh, that's gonna sting. I've seen you play Souls games, you need a tutorial? Wow. Wowie, unbelievable. I'll have you know, everyone was saying Sambience, you'll never beat Sekiro. It's too hard. It's the hardest game ever made. I didn't even break a sweat beating the last boss. I beat 2 of the hardest bosses in Souls history in one stream. This guy looks tough. You circle strafe until they attack. Then you go from behind. It's just that simple. Oldest trick in the book. Hidden path ahead. All of these messages are lies. There are no hidden paths in this game. I believe that. Message. Wow, incredible. Simply astounding. The dagger spell is pretty awesome, I gotta admit. Maybe it won't end up being that good, but it looks real cool. There's a lot of hidden path messages, don't believe any of them. I'm starting to feel like all of them are lies. But it'll be like the boy who cried wolf, you know? There'll be one that'll be real and I'll ignore it and then I'll miss out on the greatest loot of all time. Armaments have special casting abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. I see. So this is just a lunge. First off, skill. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you. Especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. I gotta admit, like, it's pretty innovative of the developers to put in a tutorial in a game. I can't believe no one's thought of that before. What? It didn't backstab? You know, for years we've been saying, how can we teach players before they play through the game? And finally, From Software, VOD developers have figured it out. Alright, I mean, so it's like a combination of all the previous games, except maybe Bloodborne. Basically what I'm saying is it has the stealth from Sekiro in the game. Ah, plump sword. Does that mean boss? Hello? I'd like to go through the gap. Oh, okay, I'll go down here then, I suppose. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Watch this. Did you change the bit leaderboard to all time? I did, yes. Because I want new people to come in and make it look like... Or if it's like that, it'll make it look like I'm bigger than I actually am. It'll trick people into giving me more bits, maybe. Because they'll be like, this guy's got a lot of bits, let's give him more. I don't know. To be honest, now that I'm saying it out loud, the logic doesn't really make any sense. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Makari near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Hey, Kedster, thank you. See, it's working already. Thank you so much for the biddy. That's pretty cool. So if there's a statue of this lady with no arms, then you can revive there instead of a body. Guard counter required ahead. What the heck is a guard counter? Stop making me look like a whale. Look. That number is over the course of like, I don't know, 5 years now or something. But hey, I'm pretty grateful, thank you. Oh wow, he takes a lot of damage, huh? One boss down, baby! I can't believe they put a tutorial boss in the game. That's incredible. Didn't expect weak foe. Okay, I gotta give that an upvote. Good. Applaud this message, yes. If only I had a life. Good. You know, I'm just gonna rate all of the messages that are on invisible wall here. Try attacking. Strength. Alright, tutorial over. You have any wise words for me, Ghost Man? Brave Tarnish, take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Okay, no. What's down here? Is this a dead end? Short answer, yes. Alright, there we go. Tutorial done. And I'm starting to learn to play with the the frame drops. Okay, this is a particularly bad frame drop though, I gotta admit. That went down to like 10 FPS. No biggie. Oh my god, it's so bad. By the way, if you haven't seen what our character looks like yet, this is them, right there. This is Samuel Roshi. What graphics card you got? I have a NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti. I think I think that's all of it. That's the full name. So I mean, like, it's pretty old, but it is, or at least at the time, it was very good. But the thing is, like, you can't just buy a new graphics card now because they're all being bought by crypto miners. If you want to buy a graphics card, you're gonna have to fork out your life savings. Use Tarnished Furled Finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by the player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, Furled Finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. Alright, well, I'm not going to be doing co-op because look, if you do co-op, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to do co-op because I'm not a coward. That's all there is to it, okay? Door ahead. Lies? You press Alt-Z, do you have instant replay on? I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I definitely did have that on at some point. I mean, I guess I could test it, but like I don't want to mess up the game even more. Try lever. Lever. I can't because there's a message on it. Oh, I guess it calls the elevator, but it's already down. I don't think co-op is cowardice. I think it's a base mechanic. Yeah, I'm just joking. I just prefer to play these games single player. He's scared the person he co-ops with will show him up. Impossible. How could this guy be shown up? Look at him. Look at his beautiful golden chest hair. It sticks through the shirt as well, I think. It's so thick and powerful, it goes through the little threads in the shirt. Alright, let's try Alt-Z then. Nothing happens. Could this be a precious item? Lovable swords? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a corner. Alright, I'm gonna stop reading every single message I come across because it's gonna take all day. Oh my gosh. It's the world of Elden Ring. Let's go down here. I mean, if you just like stop the camera, it looks very nice. It's a squirrel rabbit raccoon. V, look right, the cover. Look away from the screen, please. Okay, you can look now. Oh, it got away. It ran away. Oh, I don't know what happened. Well, we'll just keep going. Sammy, you villain. You were supposed to look away! Wish the game had given you a permanent debuff for that. Maybe it has. I don't know. Oh, my frames, they're very sick. Please. Grace exists to guide the Tarnish and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's crazy how bad your frames are with a 1080 Ti. That's the thing, like, if you look at the Steam reviews, they're mixed for this game because so many people are having performance problems. I think the game is just very poorly optimized right now, but I believe that FromSoft will patch it and fix it. they're not very good at PC ports. Like literally every single game they brought out has not had a good port at the start. They don't know, they don't understand PCs. Apparently. Use your map to check the current position as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update your map with new information by finding map fragments at steles along the road. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks. Thank you, very cool. So that's the map. What's your deal?
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No
Are you wearing a
shame,
mask
eh?
or is your mouth just not moving?
Fortunately for you,
It honestly could be either.
maidenless, without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
I've watched other streamers play it on PC and it wasn't nearly bad as this. They did probably have 380s, 90s though. Yeah, I mean, if they're like a big streamer, they'll have a better PC than me for sure. Mine was good when I bought it, but like it's definitely not top of the line anymore. But hey, I mean, in some ways, it's still playable. Like, literally. I can play the game. In each area, you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Thank you, very cool. Yeah, Guy, how is the game running for you? Or anyone else in chat for that matter, if you've played this yourself. You know what, let's go see what's going on over here. I have a feeling that this is an enemy that's gonna kill me. Hello, sir. It's just a boss, huh? My frames! Okay, we can do this. We can do this. And we're dead. How's it going, Gloom Tropical, as well? How are you today on this fine Friday? Still haven't beaten him yet. Yeah, he seems like a boss you're not supposed to fight early. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. You will drop any runes in your position at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, you will be lost forever. Or they will be lost forever. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. Okay, so runes are souls. I'm glad I finally figured that out. We're gonna recover our runes and then, like, not fight that boss. It's Y to recover, by the way, not A. Goodbye. I'm gonna run away at 15 frames per second if that's all good with you. He's on a horse? Yeah, but like... He's not gonna leave his patrol area, is he? Let's be honest. What the heck? What? Okay. There was a ghost bat. Game is open world, there are enemies everywhere. I know, but like... Didn't expect there to be one right there. You know, oh, move my camera? I guess now the top right is probably the best spot for it. There isn't any information up there. Oh my days. I think maybe like I'll have to either wait for a patch to be able to play this, or maybe I'll try and fix it off stream. See if I can get it running better. But I don't want to play the whole game like this. This is just madness. See if we can at least beat these ghost bats. They seem pretty annoying, honestly. Especially since there's a lot of them. Oh my days. Vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flasks. What? The number and type of flask to be replenished varies depending on the enemy group. Golden Rune. I'm gonna guess that that gives you souls when you use it. You're another invisible bat, aren't you? Nope, that's just a deer. Oh no. The spell was already cast. There was nothing I could have done. There was nothing I could have done. Well, we got some thin beast bones. In every corner of the lands between, you will find fruits and flowers, mushrooms and butterflies, and various other useful materials. These materials can be used for crafting. Aroa fruit. Look, that time was an accident, okay? Hey, why are all the enemies invisible sometimes? Is that supposed to happen? No, it's not. Are you kidding me? The enemies are just invisible for me? That's cool. That's a cool bug. Maybe I'll just beat the game while they're invisible. Imagine if the bosses are invisible as well. They'll start T-posing soon. Oh, the boar's not invisible. Okay. Hello, sir. Didn't see you there. On account of you being all invisible and whatnot. I guess I could try quitting and then loading back in again. Ruin fragment. Sure, let's try it. What a beautiful, beautiful man. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep playing it for another half an hour just because like I'm having a great time despite the the terrible performance. But then maybe I'll just play something else for the last hour. One small thing you could try is Windows key type, choose a power plan and make sure it's high performance. Alright, you know what? Sure, I got nothing to lose. I might already be on high performance though. Because I'm sure that was like a fix for another game that I've played before. I don't know, we'll try it. But hey, like, despite all of the performance problems, the game seems really, really cool. Okay, power and sleep. Additional power settings. Oh, it is unbalanced. Okay, high performance. Done. You didn't need to quit the game? Okay, well... I did, so... There you go. It could probably do with a full reset anyway, honestly. Alright, let's try it. Oh, that's a good stretch. So yeah, if you're looking for a recommendation, I would say if you're on PC, maybe wait a bit to buy it. Wait for the patch. I don't know how it's running on consoles, to be honest. All right, just give it a sec. It's gotta load up. There's a lot of bits to load. You know what I mean? Hello, hello. Saw this pop up on Steam. It appears to be going well. Yeah, that's one way you could put it. How's it going, Daveface? How are you today on this fine Friday? If you have a supercomputer, you'll probably be fine. So, there is that. Wow, look at that guy. He's got a wolf head. And his sword looks incredible. Honestly, it does feel a little bare. It's still kind of not good though. Let's see if the, the enemies are actually visible now. Nope. That is an invisible enemy. I just got a Steam message from someone saying, "Are you having loading issues?" Oh my days. Can you open the advanced graphic settings again? Yes. Some guy at From Software has just snuck out of office and gone to enjoy the weekend. Yes, probably. Disable depth of field. Why is it all on high? Because if it's gonna not run well, I thought I might as well have the game look pretty. But you know what? Since we tried the high performance, let's put it on low. See, it's no better on low, but it just looks worse, like a lot worse. Oh, there's a statue there. Let's see if there's any other enemies. Maybe they're visible now. Nope. Yeah, honestly, just kill me. They turn invisible like from certain camera angles when up close. It's so weird. At least it's loading quickly because it's on my SSD. Okay, depth of field is still off, motion blur is off. Grass quality though. Not being able to put that on low is really gonna affect things, I think. Ooh, little roa fruit for me? You shouldn't have. Oh, no, I'm not on an ultra wide. The resolution should be correct, yeah. It's gonna look jank because, like, it's raining, so the bitrate is gonna be horrible. And there's a lot of movement going on. Wait, there's a flower there. Yeah, that's the right resolution for my monitor. It's larger than 1080, but it's not quite 4K. It's in between. I guess I could put it to 1080 again and try that. Just nuke every single setting. Well, okay, you know what? I haven't tried it in window mode. We're in borderless right now. Oh my days. Go away, you invisible jerks. Can you swim in this game? You know what? Let's find out. No, you just walk on the water. Even better. Windowed. $1080. No, it's still the same. I don't know. It's just like whatever I do, it's the same. Go to the coast and find out. All right, let's do it. Full screen would make it run better. Okay, let's try that. You know what? It does seem like a little bad, but it's still not great. It feels more consistent, but the consistency is like 20 frames per second. Oh, and it just stopped for a second. Alright, I'm gonna go to the coast and see if I can swim, and then I'll probably switch games to something else. Yeah, the streaming also does not help, I guess. That's a giant. Why would you not run it full screen anyway? Because I like to be able to tab out and like go to my OBS and stuff. Yeah, it's a visible giant. There's no way I'm going to be able to survive that. How do we get down? Exit game, go to your Windows bar and search graphics, click on the graphics setting, create, choose deck. Oh, I've already tried to do that. But you know what? Fine, we'll try that as well. Well, anyway, I hope everyone else is having a great day. It is a Friday, you know, I'm sure everyone's finished work now or whatever. Unless you live in America. In the Americas. Okay. Local disk. Program files. Steam? Steam apps. Common. Elden Ring. Game. EldenRing.exe. Properties? How do you set it to high performance? You know what? Running in administrator mode, that usually helps. Copium. Yeah, I don't know how to set it to high performance. You click add Elden Ring? Uh... Go to Steam Library Common. Yeah, that's where I am. I have Elden Ring.exe. But what do I do now? Like right click. Then what? Don't right click. Then click add. Oh, you have to, okay, hold on. Okay. Graphics. Graphics settings. Boom. Choose desktop app. Browse. Search for your drive. Elden Ring. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I can do that pretty easily. Add. Okay. High performance. Alright, I've done it. Are you having loading issues? No, but the game is running at 15 FPS. Not good. Okay, I was just messaging someone that's also having trouble with the game. Okay, let's try again. What do you reckon? Do you think this will be the one? The saying that saves the game? Did you do this for increased frame rate? Just set the global shader cache size to unlimited. I did do that, yeah. Didn't help. Unfortunately. That was my next one. Yeah, I've been on the Elden Ring thread. Or the Elden Ring Reddit thread, rather. But I didn't do that first option because I misunderstood. Just got a message saying, I hear you have loading issues? From Guy? Guy, what are you what are you talking about? Why don't you just talk in chat? Weirdo. Rin, baby. It is better. It is better. It almost feels kind of smooth. What the heck is this? Almost playable, yeah. Alright, confirmed cannot swim. So that guy tricked you? Guy, did you know you couldn't swim? Oh, it froze. I mean, it's still not great, let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves. Of course. God damn it. Guy strikes again. He never suspected. I honestly didn't. I was like... Guy probably didn't go to the coast. He would have gone straight to the mainlands to try and find a cornfield or something. Oh, go away. I'm not fighting you right now, okay? I'm busy. Maybe once you get in an enclosed area, it'll be better. That's the problem, like, the game, the world is open world. I don't know how many enclosed areas there are. What the heck? You just breathed on me? Blimey. Alright, let's try and kill one of these weird blobs on the shore. I don't know. Let's see how a fight does. Hey Blobby, how's it going? You're just a big old slimy tentacle lord, aren't you? I'm gonna fire some magical daggers at you. Whoa! He got the moves. Why is he doing so little damage now? Yeah, I should go back to the, Oh, it heals as well? Where's its weak spot? Is it like the head? It is, yeah, okay, I see. You gotta hit the head. That makes perfect sense. Kind of tough to hit it in the head. It's not really a head, it's more like a beak. And it do be snapping. Jeez Louise. Alright, well... Maybe I shouldn't be fighting them yet either. Let's go see if the enemies are visible. Or not, and then, I don't know. Has anyone got any ideas of what I should play? The last hour? If you made Hyacinth Hyacinth? How do you say her name again? Your spelling is completely throwing me off. Anyway, let's just call her Mrs. Bouquet. I could make her as a character. Hyacinth, there you go. That's how you say her name. Yeah, I need to see if the enemies are visible or not. But I gotta recover my souls. 1,000 souls is very valuable. Maybe. Do. You're keen on something else to play? You could try Wandering Village. What is Wandering Village? To be honest, I don't really want to start anything new for the last hour. But still, maybe for another time. What's Wandering Village all about? I could play SAP, you're right. I mean, that's probably the go-to, right? You're absolutely right, Joe. When will you next play Super Auto Pets? Maybe in 10 minutes, we'll see. We'll see how it is. At least sprinting doesn't take up stamina now. That's pretty cool. You don't really sprint that fast though, to be honest. What are your thoughts on Elden Ring so far? It seems like an amazing game. I just wish that I could play it. I think you should play something maze related for your long-time supporter guy. I don't want to. I don't want to play maze. Please resolve the bet. I'm just going to cancel the bet because I didn't take either. Yeah, the enemies are still invisible. Get owned. Yeah, my thoughts on Elden Ring, like, honestly seems like an amazing game. If you haven't bought it already, maybe hold off. Until some patches hit. Sure, we could rest here. Why not? The Church of Ella. Ella. A. Resting at the Church of Ella. Ella. My brother has it, he doesn't like it, and he's playing on PS5. Why doesn't he like it? If you don't want to, then maybe I should ask for my bits back. I mean, you can ask for your bits back. I don't think there's literally any way for me to give them back. As much as I would love to. Oh no! Even the dog is invisible. Wait, it was visible for a second. Oh! See, it's like, from a certain angle, from this specific angle, we can see it. If we rotate, it's like, nah mate, I'm out of here.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat.
True.
Then why not purchase a little something?
Oh, you're a vendor! How pleasant. With the shop menu, you can spend runes to purchase various items. They got throwing daggers, a telescope, some furl-calling finger remedy.
Goodbye for now.
It's very skinny and also weirdly tall. It needs food. I don't know if I can do anything about that. Sorry, donkey. let's just play some SAP for an hour. I'll see if I can get it working over the weekend, Bear, and maybe there'll be a patch. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, that's Elden Ring. Guy, Sam says that you can kiss your bits goodbye. I didn't say that. I mean, I guess technically now I have said it. But you made me say it. Super Auto Pets. Viewer lobbies. Sure. I've gotten alright at SAP. Have you got any wins yet? Honestly, I've been doing awful at SAP. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, the lobbies are just built different nowadays. I don't know what happened. Yeah, the character creation's great. That's definitely fun, you know? You haven't got a win yet? That's okay. It'll come in time. I believe. Win is hard, exactly. I've always said it. Win is hard. In that exact phrasing. Please cancel bet. Are you anxious about your bruise just hanging in veto? Alright. Delete prediction. This will remove the prediction from your dashboard. Viewers will no longer be able to contribute towards it. Votes will not be saved, and all channel points will be returned to their viewers who participated. Selecting delete and return points will send 11 channel points back to participating viewers. It showed your email, did it? Oh well. I should bear that in mind for the future, though. Does anyone want to do a versus mode? You know what? I'll set up a lobby. I'll go make a brew, and then we'll see how many people join. Shamo's the name. And Samo's the game. Okay, I'm gonna BRB, get a brew. Maybe have a quick little cry about Elden Ring. And I'll be back in 5. Let's get some music, shall we? I got my brew back. You were worried about one brew? One single brew? Okay. This playlist, please. Thank you. Alright, I'll be back in 5. You know what? I should leave it on this screen so you can see the code. Alright, BRB. I'm back. I got tea. I got a hoodie on because it's kind of cold. Is everyone ready? Wait, let me just brew the tea a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's start. Immediately, I love the start. We got an ant, we got a mosquito, we got a fish. And we will be the slippery clementines. That's kind of cursed, honestly. You don't want your clementine to be slippery. Well, I don't know. I guess if you've taken the skin off, and like the little white bit between the skin and the actual fruit, it's kind of slippery. You got the fish first. Yeah, fish is definitely one of the best, like, starting pets for sure. Wait, who's even in? I'll check in a second. Joe is opting for a 2-squad team. Very interesting. Okay, so we got Vikova, Joe, and Gloom Tropical. This is huge. This is very nice and dyed. We'll do the order, something like that, okay? I drew somebody. Yeah, only Joe lost there. Wait, Vikova also had a 2-squad team. What the heck? But they drew, so what do I know? I think this is going to be a win. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Leveled the fish. Definitely get an ox. I don't know, I guess just feed an apple to your fish. It'll do. But yeah, I apologize about Elden Ring. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get it working a little bit better and see if there's any patches, and then maybe we'll return to it. Maybe I'll just wait a couple of months and see if it gets any better. I don't know. It's a real shame because it seemed like a very cool game. It's interesting to see how the like usual FromSoft level design translates to open world. Okay, wait. Let's get rid of this ant like so. Oh, I should have froze the swan. What am I doing? It's fine. You need to apologize. From Software needs to apologize to you. Yeah, From Software, where's my apology? To be fair, I think they did put out an apology, like, on Twitter. Which is, you know, I mean, when you've just spent £50 on a new game, it's not much, but hey, it's something. That's gonna be a draw. Still haven't lost a round yet, which is pretty sweet, honestly. How's it going, Mike, as well? How are you two down this fine a Friday? There's no room for you, really. Like, we don't have any level 3s. I don't know. This could work. This is an interesting team. Not too shabby. I got my tickets for the UK. Like, you're going to the UK? Or I guess coming to the UK? Fair, fair. Plane tickets. Is it like what's the occasion? What's going on? Man, this team's pretty good, huh? I don't even know how it got so good. It just kind of did. I mean, like, you could probably just give the mosquito a garlic. You wouldn't be such a bad idea. You know what? You also might not be such a bad idea. I arrive on October the 31st. I will be there until December the 3rd. That's quite the stay. But what's the occasion? Like, is it a holiday? Is it business? Visiting family? Did my dolphin do anything? Oh my days. You've got to go. You've got to arrive. And honestly, I hate to say it, but you've got to go as well. That's just the way it do be. I don't know what's going on. A pilgrimage of sorts. Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty interesting. I hope it goes well. So do you have, like, areas you plan to visit? You know, a lot of people when they go to England, they're like, we'll go to London and that'll be it. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot to see in London, but it's not representative of like a lot of the UK. If you really want the UK experience, you need to go to like a rural village in the middle of nowhere. Go to like a 2,000-year-old church. And then a 500-year-old pub. Yeah, GG. Honestly, like, me, Vikova, and Joe have played this game tons, so don't feel bad about losing. We've all played this game way too much. My dolphin? What the heck is wrong with that beaver? Oh my gosh. I guess you do this. I don't know. This build is going nowhere fast, if you know what I mean. I have a few. Isle of Skye, Scotland, as well as Mabinogi. I hadn't heard of that before. But still, I hope your trip goes well. Monkey gets chocolate, maybe? Chocolate for monkey? Joe, what have you done to this beaver? How is it 1919? Do you know why MG Razza doesn't stream anymore? He's just really busy. He might get back into it, but I don't know. I can't speak for him. He's just a busy boy. Who apparently is also having troubles with Elden Ring. What the heck? My team? My team just disappeared? I'm out? I'm dead? What the heck? Where'd all my lives go? Oh my days. What am I supposed to do about this heckin' beaver? That's what I was wondering as well. It was crazy. Alright, let's just have a quick, But how long are you two gonna be? How many lives do you both have? And do you even want to be in another versus? Because I can wait if it's not gonna be long. I have 9 Joes too. We'll wait it out. Let's go to the Elden Ring reviews and see what people are saying. That'll be a fun time. I don't know why I said it was such venom. I didn't really mean to do that, to be honest. Alright. As you can see, 31,000 reviews. They're on mixed right now. 60% are positive. If you're stuttering, consider turning these settings down. Yeah, okay, I mean, look. You think we didn't try that? Nah, 1S? You think that wasn't like the first thing we tried? No ultra-wide support for a game released in 2022 is unforgivable. Why does Elden Ring not support ultra-wide, yet Dark Souls Remastered does? Honestly, it's a good question. We shouldn't need to jump through hoops and disable offline play just to use the entirety of our monitor. So disappointed. Liking the very open world feeling so far. Classic Souls styles with a new playing aspects that were implemented as well. White screen after EAC and then crash. No fixes work. Just wait until a patch comes out before you buy it. Honestly, good advice. Game is unplayable until they release bug fixes for problems including but not limited to invisible enemies. I'm not the only one. My people. I'm gonna give them an award. What the heck? It costs points? Oh, forget it then. Frame rate inconsistency, random crashes. Well, I didn't experience any random crashes, but the frame rate inconsistency is definitely a big thing. An invisible donkey, yeah. Alright, you won. Good job, Vakova. Okay, we'll switch back to Super Opus. Run another one back. That was fun. Honestly, like, I wanted some more irrational reviews, but they're all pretty reasonable. They're like, hey, I can't play the game, so I'm going to give it a thumbs down. It makes perfect sense. Okay, Sammy. Sammy is the game name. Sammy is the... Yep. I always enjoy buying games 2 years later when they're half price, come with all the DLC and bugs are all fixed. You see, Ket said that has been my MO for like, I don't know, the past 7 years or something. This is the first time I've bought a game on release in such a long time. And it's because Elden Ring's been like the game I've been looking forward to since it was announced. It's like my most hyped game ever. Since maybe, I don't know, Skyrim. That was 2011. Skyrim was 11 years ago? What the heck? I've suddenly just aged. I feel the crushing weight of time pressing down upon me. I can't describe this feeling right now. I feel like I'm slowly dying. But quickly, you know what I mean? I think Elden Ring is going to be my first or second Soulsborne-esque game. What was your first? Why first or second? I don't understand. But anyway, Skyrim, 11 years ago? How is it possible that 11 years have passed? Oh, Jedi Fallen Order? I mean, it does have some Souls elements. I guess it could count as your second then. Is Elden Ring a sequel to a game? It's not. I mean, it's not a sequel, but it plays like all the other Souls games. Has the same systems, the same UI, so I don't know. It's a spiritual successor, maybe. But then they usually only count when, like, it's been a while since the game came out. I don't know. It's just a Souls game, whatever that means. I've heard some people say yes, some say no. Depending on if Jedi Fallen Order counts, it will be my second. Okay. I'd say it counts. I mean, it's not made by From Software, but the gameplay is similar, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, does anyone else want to join? Before I start here? Man, this is some good tea. I still can't believe Skyrim was 11 years ago. Skyrim came out in my first year of university, which means that in a couple of years it will have been 10 years since I graduated university. That's actually insane. I'm an old man. Honestly, you might as well bury me right now. I got nothing left in me.
I can do this all day.
Alright, let's start, shall we? I don't know who's in, but we're starting. We got Joe and Vakova. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to abandon the game because I'm on DLC pets. This is my bad. So if you could just join the game, Samu. That would be great. That would be fantastic. That's my bad. I can't believe Skyrim came out 11 years ago. It's actually shook me to my core. I'm a broken buttock right now. Alright, anyway, moving swiftly on. We gotta win this game. We lost the first round, which sucks. But it is what it is. You know what? Fine, I'll take 2 horses. See if I care. Super Dank 4, how's it going? Hello to you too. How are you today on this fine Friday? This is gonna be just like an unbelievably huge loss. Fair enough. It's not going well. But maybe if we buy a horse, buy an otter, buy an ox, I guess we're gonna try and get a level 3 horse. You have a view bot in your chat? There's always view bots in chats. Well, yeah, they don't count as views, but there are always bots in chats, in streams. I wouldn't worry about it. Give me a pill, please. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna actually make use of our horse for once. You know what? Sure, I'll make a summoning build. I haven't done a summoning build in such a long time, since they nerfed the fly. But yeah, let's try it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Can it get you banned or something? I think as long as the bot doesn't count as a view, then it's fine. But like in general, you know, it's not like I'm purposely putting the bots there, so it's not really my fault if they're there. We should do it like this. But yeah, if you deliberately go out and like get viewer bots for your stream, then yeah, you can get banned. But otherwise, it's fine. Also, thank you for the follow, Super Dank. Great name, by the way. Oh my days. It's me, the worst thing that can happen to summon builds. I don't think so. You ain't seen a summon build like this before, okay? Why? I don't know, but you just haven't, okay? Just trust me. I know what I'm doing. Beautiful, delicious tea. Yeah, I mean, right now it's kind of messing up our sheep, but maybe it'll still be fine. It is, look at that. Beautiful. You know, if we have this, then the sheep won't die immediately. I don't know, maybe it'll work. Every time something spawns, it's getting +3 attack because of the horse. Is it really just +3? Whatever, it's better than nothing.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
I agree, Thanos, I agree. Level 2 dolphin and a cow. You know, what if our sheep was just, like, incredibly hench? The henchest sheep of all time. And what if it had some garlic?
Do it.
And then what if we won our next round against Vakova's Hedgehogs of Death? Are you a big Marvel fan? I am, yes. The films are just fun to watch, you know, what can I say? No, my sheep! That's really bad. Still somehow didn't lose, though? Yeah, I just beat your clone. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised, but I'm very happy about it. We need to level up our sheep. And then, I don't know, give the horse some garlic. Freeze the turkey. Honestly, I kind of forgot about the turkey, but we definitely need it. But yeah, I've seen all of the MCU movies. Except for the Incredible Hulk. You know, is that really an MCU movie? Nobody really knows. I need a pill for you. Or a monkey? But no, now's not the time. Where is my pill, man? Where's Elden Ring? I've decided that Elden Ring's actually a bad game. So I'm not gonna play it anymore. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Nah, it doesn't run on my PC, so I'm gonna have to either try and fix it or wait for a patch. But it's an amazing game. It's really good. That's pretty good. With the turkey, we need to give it some more health maybe, but it's getting there. Could just give it some melon, but I think really I want to level it up. So that'll help. I require Turk. I mean, at some point you might be a good replacement for the ox. Not right now, though. Turkey, let's go. Sorry, I just hit my mic with my My cup. Man, you know what? It's been a while since I've done a summon build, but this is actually really fun. I should do it more often. It's alright, man. We can chug some fools later to make you feel better. Possibly. I don't know yet. Do we invest in the ox? Like, it is doing wonders for us. Or do we buy this rooster? You know what, let's just pump the rooster a little bit, get it nice and fed. We'll leave it as it is. My copy of Elden Ring actually only arrived about 20 minutes ago. Well, I hope it runs on the PS5 alright. I haven't heard too much. I think it's okay on the PS5, but I guess we'll see. I think it's just From Software. They don't understand PCs. It's very sad. Look at those rabs, man. What? How did we not at least draw there? Okay. We gotta get the rooster stuck in there. No, we need a garlic for it, ideally. Fly? Okay, hold on. Sorry it doesn't work for you. It's okay. Honestly, like, I can be patient about it. I just hope that they actually do fix it. But they have said that they're aware that people are having performance problems and they're working on it. But we'll see. I think I've done it. I think I've solved this game. Joe has gone out, unfortunately. Where would you even slot in, though? Maybe instead of the Shep? No, instead of the Dolphin. Instead of the horse? Do we want a dolphin? Like, what's it gonna snipe?
You know how much I sacrificed?
It's gonna take the melon off of the hedgehog. Also, Joe has gone out with the classic sacrifice line from Willem Dafoe, also known as Green Goblin. I don't know. Where do you live, Fly? You know what? Screw it. That's where you live. I'm guessing you've seen No Way Home. Yeah, but don't give out any spoilers, please. In case people haven't seen it. It's kind of disgusting. We still might lose, though. Oh no, it's gonna be a draw. What the heck? I've been wanting to watch the Toby films again. Not 3, though. So, I actually have watched Spider-Man 1 again, the original. it's not aged well. Some of the romance in that film is genuinely like as bad as Attack of the Clones. But the worst thing is it goes on for like the whole film. Constantly they have cringy dialogue with each other over and over again that seems to last hours. Honestly, the only good thing about it is Willem Dafoe, and luckily he is in it quite a lot. And also, like, Spider-Man 3, it's not very good, but it has some of the best scenes in cinema, aka Tobey Maguire like dancing down the street, doing finger guns at random people. It's gonna be a draw again. How am I supposed to deal with this seal? We need a level 3 turkey, that's what we need. So I'm just gonna roll for it. Turkey. Turkey. Chocolade. Yeah, Venom was not good in 3. You should watch Spider-Man 1 though. I want to know what your opinion of it is. Because, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I do not think it has aged well at all.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Now Thanos, that's a villain. Oh man. It's gonna be another draw. But now, with a level 3 turkey, how will things go? We shall see. The God Turkey. I think I might get rid of the dolphin next. What is Curse Run? Curse Run is if you want my next, like, attempt at something to be cursed with negative energy. I think this is going to be a loss. Never mind, it's a draw. What can I replace with you with that would be better? Or you? One of you's gotta go. I can't believe we've drawn like 5 rounds in a row. Loki's a better villain? I don't know. Loki's also very good, but... I lost, man. Maybe a skunk or a shark. A shark. Yeah. Shark me, baby. no shark, no shark. I think I might be dead, man. Unless this shark's gonna do some incredible work, I think I'm just straight up dead. Because now the sheep's not even gonna spawn as many units. How's it going, Katie, as well? How are you today on this fine Friday? How are things? Look at the stats on my opponent, though. This is absurd. I can't compete with this. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good game. I had fun with the summon build, but it couldn't beat the hedgehogs. Alright, we've got time for one more versus, so if you want to join, game name can be Samt. There you go, feel free to join. Feeling a little anxious after a heavy work day and with all the news? Yeah, for sure. It's very depressing watching the news right now. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say about it, to be honest. It's not a lot you can say. Sambience streams help, though. Oh, that's nice of you to say. Thank you. Anyone else want to join? I think it's just super dank right now. It's alright, I'll give it a minute. I can't believe my summon build did so badly, though. Like, with a level 3 turkey, a level 3 rooster. It's absurd. Is it a 1v1? It might be. We'll give it another minute. Let's read the Elden Ring's reviews a bit more. Okay, hold up. Stuttering like crazy no matter what settings it's at. The goats can roll and my game has been pretty lag free. GTX 1650. Alright, well, you know what, Eric? Not all of us have super PCs, okay? Just because your game is fine. Struggling to maintain 60 FPS 1080p on a 380? What the heck? Massive stuttering and drops to the mid-20s, crash 4 times within 2 hours of game time, 60 FPS cap, no ultra-wide support. On top of that, easy cheat will prevent any unofficial fixes on mods for this game, even when playing offline. This is unacceptable. That was from Schmoople. Very angry. I can see why people say that these soul-likes, in brackets, games are hard, because I can't even beat the first enemy called Launch. Oh, Spitty, you should be a comedian. That's a good one. Game is a giant stutterfest, says Jimmy. Alright, let's just do a 1v1 then. Against Super Dank. Here we go. No holes barred. Anyway, Elden Ring, good game, by the way, good game. Leaking bagels, sure. I can't even get past the first boss called Launch. Oh man. Classic. You just going full summon then? That means I should scale tall. And wide. Just all the scaling, basically. I know, sure. Give me a duck. Yep, full summon. Okay, 2 crickets, 2 honeys, a horse. How much is left in your brew? 0. It's all gone. I'm out of brew, unfortunately. Okay, we'll sell both of these. Do one of these. Honestly, give me an elephant, give me a ram. Sorry, a sheep. And then do this. That was the perfect target as well, what the heck. Yeah, I don't know. It's like my dream to just have like a tap full of boiling hot brew just in the wall. Oh man, that'd be the dream. The problem is, like, I mean, there's a lot of problems, but one problem I see happening is like having to keep it warm, you know, or boiling. You'd have to have like a boiler running 24/7. Anyway, that's fine. You don't need to worry about it. I'll figure it out one day. I could also just get a kettle in my room. I suppose that might work. Alright, so far it's going very well. The summon build has not hit the peak yet. Strength of the brew, need to keep that consistent. Yeah, exactly, that's true. That wouldn't work very well, would it? I suppose I could just have, like, a boiling water tap. And then just have, like, some mugs and some tea bags. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it anytime soon, though, of course, because like energy prices are kind of insane right now. Heyo. Sure, just give me level 2 elephant. Why not? I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working. Also, how's it going, Ginger Jack? How are you today on this fine Friday? They're a thing in America, a countertop tap for hot beverages. Like in bars and stuff? Or cafes? There's so many reasons not to level an elephant. Yeah, but I thought it'd be funny. It remains to be seen if that's true just yet. That's gonna be a draw at least. Okay, give me something that can take advantage of this elephant. Please? 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 Finally! Okay. Though we should do it like, this. Alright, you might think I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, okay? They don't call me Samuel Ernest Bience for nothing. For a domestic kitchen, a separate tap for boiling water. I mean, we have a tap for hot water, but not boiling. Although sometimes it feels like it's boiling. Another drawer, man. Okay, you've got to go.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
You've got to arrive. Hold on, hold the front door. This is bad. This is gonna work, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really a real problem. Like, I got a kettle that works just fine, you know? This is a pretty big fish. Look at that, it worked. It totally worked. I think actually we want garlic. I'm gonna roll for garlic. You're also, like, pretty huge. Thank you. If you're not too picky about being 100 degrees, a Tefal One Touch is a decent household version. I don't know what that is, honestly. Oh no. That bus is gonna completely destroy me. I need to get the garlic, like, ASAP. No, it's a loss. Tefal One Touch equals boilingish water at a tap. Fair enough. Give me garlic, please. Thank you. I thought this was Minecraft music. Apparently this is called Wait from Minecraft. It just, I don't recognize the song, but it just has that, that feeling, you know? I got a feeling that this song is from Minecraft. Jump into Katie's stream, have fun, Sam. You too. I'm gonna be ending myself after these rounds anyway. I'll probably raid Katie. Unless something goes horribly wrong. I don't know what could, but you've always got to hedge your bets, you know? Okay, this seems good. Chocolate is good. I don't know, like, we're kind of falling behind a little. Well, actually, no, we're on more lives. If there's no raid, I'll call 999. Yeah, exactly. Just tell them it's the one person with internet in the Midlands. And they'll get right on it. They'll know who you mean. A mammoth, eh? Well, I'll be. Man, this is tight. I think we're gonna lose. We're definitely gonna lose. Son of a... Give me a garlic, please. Garlic. Hello. My sweet. Now we just need to level our penguin. Probably change out the fish maybe for something. I don't know what yet though. You still playing Doki Doki? Yeah, I mean, that game goes to some places for sure. We have answered the eternal question that plagues us. Mammoth or elephant? Who would win in a fight? I guess it just depends on who has the most stats, really, doesn't it? In this case, it's the elephant. And it's not even close. This is good, though. That fish is getting extremely fed. Oh boy, is it getting fed. Look at that. That's a fish. Some places, that's one way of saying it. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the perfect way to describe it. It do be going to some places. Okay, we gotta level you up, there's no question. Next on the list of leveling is the penguin, for sure. No, yes? Oh no, I don't know what that means. They probably got a turkey or something? A turkis? That is a big bus. Oh my gosh. Somehow it still worked out though, man. This has been a close game. Well played, Super Dank. I did, like, I'm gonna be honest, I completely played against your weakness by getting, like, camel garlic. My summon build always fails. It probably would have done a lot better if I didn't know you were gonna be a summon build. But yeah, anyway, that's it for the stream. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that, you know, Elden Ring didn't work out, but it is what it is. And I'll be back on Monday. I don't know what I'm going to play. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great weekend, and let's raid, shall we? It was still entertaining. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to raid Katie Shi, who is playing Doki Doki Literature Club. So, you know, if you are particularly sensitive to certain triggering things, especially spoilers for Doki Doki, things to do with suicide, maybe don't watch. Anyway, I'm gonna raid. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you around. Bye bye. 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 Bye bye.